YouTube? Jeff back again from DopeTechDaily.com. Today I'm bringing you guys my review of the S-View flip cover for the Galaxy S8, S8 Plus. Now if you guys follow my channel and have notifications turned on, you may have seen that last night I uploaded this video already once. I took the video down because it was garbage. I made a bunch of errors. Yesterday I was exhausted from trying to cover the S8, also give lectures at the university, etc. Anyway, no excuses. I'm making a new one so I can get all the features correct. I'm going to go through the specs real quick, get into the review. So first of all, here on the back we have the specs of the S-View flip cover. You've got instant full screen access to critical information. Press the power button to check the time, weather, and other items like missed calls and text. Accept or reject incoming calls, which you can also hang up. That's something I messed up in the original video. I'll show you guys a demo so you can see how that works correctly. You can also see the entire front cover, perfect for the infinitely brilliant Galaxy S8 Plus, and has a built-in kickstand so you can watch things in landscape, which I also messed up in the last video. So I'll go ahead and show you guys how that works correctly. All right, so this is the packaging. It does cost $60. It's a pretty expensive case. This is Samsung's flagship case for the S8, like it has been for many, many years. I got mine at T-Mobile, comes in a bunch of colors. This is the black one, also comes in orchid gray, blue, pretty much every color that the phone comes in. You can get yourself an S-View flip cover to match it. So I do want to point out some of the important changes Samsung made to this. A lot of the changes that I pointed out in the first video are still pertinent. They're still relevant. The last couple years I've done a video on this case, and we've noticed that the case has often scratched people's phones. That's because this inside in the past was hard plastic, just like the outside here is a hard plastic here material that's got nice gloss cover there so you can see through it. But the front used to also be that same hard plastic. Now it's soft, so hopefully that's going to avoid scratching the inside here of the screen. A lot of times in the past, sand would get trapped here and then would scratch the Gorilla Glass, which of course is possible with sand particles. Still have a cutout on the front so you can take calls through the front cover if you want to. You don't have to actually open up the cover to take calls. You do have, of course, cutouts for your power button, also for your volume rocker and your Bixby button right there. You can also access the volume rocker and Bixby button from the outside, volume up and down, little icon for the Bixby button. Another change that again has been made is the kickstand. Yesterday I mistakenly said that you can do the kickstand like this. The actual correct way to stand the kickstand up, of course, is to actually put the flap up like this and then use the little hook at the top so you can view things in landscape. And you can see here I've got mine fixed to portrait, but if we actually put it in landscape mode, you can see how nice that looks with the kickstand. It is very convenient. I've been using the kickstand today to view some media. It's actually pretty stable, as I mentioned in the last video, even more stable now that I put it in the correct orientation. As you can see here, the thing that allows the kickstand to work is there's this little lip here to the front part of the case that'll allow it to clip on to the lid and then allow you to use the kickstand mode. So you can also hear some of the audio there. I want to give you guys a demo of the audio on the home screen as well, which we'll take a look at in a second. The other thing that it has there in the very back is a spot there where the magnet goes. That's going to keep it seated in there when you're not using the kickstand. That way it doesn't just fall out. Now, one thing I will mention, as I mentioned in the other video, is the top and the bottom of the phone. They are exposed in this particular case. So this is not really a case for maximal protection. You can see there the top and the bottom, and also of course that side button. So if you do drop this, it is possible that you're going to damage the top or the bottom if you drop it in a certain way. You do have a very recessed camera module, which is good for protection of the camera when you set the case down like this on the table. Another thing that Samsung's improved is the back of the case this time. In the past, it's also been the hard plastic that was around front. It also was glossy, which collected a lot of fingerprints, also scratched up very easily. This is a soft touch matte material, which is not going to get fingerprints as much. As you guys can see, I've been using it all day. I've had no issues. Also, of course, that's not going to scratch nearly as much as it did in the past. So that's definitely a good look to see Samsung change the design, make some improvements on the case. So I showed the kickstand function there, the correct way to operate that. Let me go ahead and show you guys a test call so you guys can see how the answering the call works, how to hang up a call. I'll also demonstrate the audio function. So I can go ahead and do that right now. Actually, here's the audio function right through the front. One thing I showed last time was that you can't actually swipe through your widgets. So if you're on the lock screen and you want to swipe through widgets, the always on display, you can do that. You actually can't do that here with the S-View cover, but what you can do if you're listening to music, see I got Pocket Cast right here, is you can turn on these extra widgets like the music so you can actually see your time, notifications, and control your music. So if I want to listen to Pocket Cast there, I can go ahead and press play, pause, control my music right from the lock screen. Now if you want to do that, you can go into the settings and go into advanced features. At the very top, you're going to see the accessories options. And when you have the S-View clear cover enabled, you're going to see automatic unlock, which will allow you to automatically unlock your phone. Go back to the previous screen. If you tap on additional information, you'll notice there in the widgets section, you can add various things right here under the face widgets. And you can see you've got music controller, schedule if you want to get your calendar, and the next alarm if you have an alarm set. So that'll allow you to not only get the clock, but also get the music controls right here on the bottom. Seems to be handy and work very well. One other thing I do want to mention though is you can't access notifications through the front to get the full notification. So if you double tap here, it'll actually tell you to open up the cover. You guys can see right there, open the cover to view notification details, which you can do if you then open the cover. Of course, if you have your lock enabled, you'll need to input your pen or your fingerprint or face recognition, something like that. Okay, so let me go ahead and take a call, show you guys how that works, and I'll wrap up with some final thoughts. Calling myself from one of my other review phones, and I can go ahead and open the call by just swiping here. Now it answered the call, as you guys can see. The problem I had with the first video is I wasn't quite sure how to hang it up. I should have known. Again, I told you guys I was very tired. You got the arrows right there. All you got to do to hang up the call is just swipe and the call hang up, no problem. So you can take your entire call through the front of the cover with the cover closed, of course, because you've got the cutout there. Hang up the call, do everything there. So it's very nice for taking calls. I should not have knocked the case for that. It has great features when it comes to taking calls through the cover. So overall, I've actually changed my opinion a little bit in using the case for 24 hours, so I'm glad that I was able to do that. I think Samsung has made some significant improvements to this case. The soft touch back, the kickstand, of course, which is a great feature if you want to use the case for watching media. Once you get it set up, it's really going to be seated into place. That's a nice feature. Also, they've improved the functionality with the music controls on the lock screen. You've got all the notifications there on the lock screen as well as your clock. I'm pretty impressed, actually. $60 is still pretty steep. I'm going to have a lot of third-party options come up, but I think Samsung's improved it enough that if you really want the Samsung case, Amazon's selling the black one, I think, for $43. I'll link it below if you guys want to check it out. At $43, this is actually a pretty good value. I will report back and see if I have any scratches on my screen from the soft material on the inside like we have seen the past few years, so I'll definitely let you guys know about that. All right, guys, so that's my review of the Galaxy S8 Plus S-View clear cover. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. You can find me at dopetechdaily.com, Google+, Instagram, and Twitter at the links in the description. Appreciate you guys checking out this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.